Board game enthusiasts have likely heard of Nemesis already. It's a semi-cooperative game that evokes classic sci-fi horror like Alien. At the end of this month, the digital version enters early access, bringing Nemesis' intense gameplay to a wider audience. Players in Nemesis Lockdown must work together to explore an abandoned complex and achieve a group of goals. Dangerous alien life forms lurk throughout the building, make each room potentially lethal. If that weren't enough, each player has secret objectives that may or may not include eliminating their companions. Lockdown promises stunning visuals and environments that bring the terrifying world of Nemesis to life as never before on Steam. Death Road's tournament is being developed alongside its tabletop counterpart, Death Road All Stars. Both games are deck-building mechanics that allow players to soup up their post-apocalyptic vehicle for deadly combat racing. The digital version takes a roguelike approach to the concept. Each race brings players further along the highway in their quest to complete their cross-country journey first. Mad Max-style vehicle combat offers a refreshing take on deck-building roguelikes, and the game's animation and visuals make each battle feel dynamic. High-speed explosions and daring maneuvers are all part of the game. A release date is yet to be announced, but interested players can request playtest access through Death Road's Steam page. If you often find yourself wishing that terrain and environmental effects were more of a factor in your tactical games, Canonsoft's Immortal Tactics War of the Eternals is definitely a game you should check out. These roguelites X-based battlefields are positively bringing with dangers to evade and explore. Storms of arrows from off-screen armies and the grasping hands of restless dead are just a few of the hazards you'll face. While the battles in Immortal Tactics are immediately reminiscent of those from the classic Heroes of Might and Magic games, aspiring generals will find that the combat ultimately plays very differently. Low hit point totals all around and a turn order divided into phases make this game require much more planning than its ancestors. See for yourself when Immortal Tactics launches on the 15th of July on Steam. Games inspired by Final Fantasy Tactics often try to emulate the deep storyline and PvE battles of the War of the Lions. Tactical Legends, an upcoming title by solo developer Cameron Wheels, takes a different approach. This free-to-play game allows you to challenge friends and strangers alike in PvP battles on a classic isometric grid. With limited inventory space, skills enhanced by quick time events and no pay-to-win mechanics, Tactical Legends will test players' abilities on multiple fronts. The game is scheduled to launch later this year and you can try it without spending a cent on Steam. The brainchild of delightfully named developer No Rules Make Game is designed to serve as Chapter 0 of their upcoming series. Players will take on the role of Crypto, one of the several lost souls consigned to a world between life and death, as they explore a fresh new setting and engage in tactical battles. The world of the in-between is immediately striking with colorful environments and cartoonishly stylized characters. It's a sign of good things to come from a unique new series, and it's available to play right now on Steam. When rumors of powerful wizard's tomb begin to circulate, heroes from across the world race to be the first to plunder its secrets. In Sigil of Magi, you'll choose party of 3 adventurers and set out to claim the power of the first Magus. This colorful blend of roguelike deck builder and grid-based tactical game uses small maps and class-based combos to make every decision count. The game's pixelated graphics are somewhat reminiscent of Knights of Pen and Paper, although the gameplay is much different. Your choice of 3 heroes will have an enormous impact on the cards you have available, so each run will provide different challenges. A demo is currently available to try, and Sigil of the Magi is scheduled to enter early access in Q3 of 2022 on Steam.
The Black King had been quite abject.
Anyone who says they've never lost a game of chess is either lying or has never played chess to begin with. Every loss in the world's most balanced game comes with a litany of what-if scenarios that could have reversed the player's fortunes. Chief among these, of course, is what if my king had a shotgun? Shotgun King answers that question by taking away the player's pieces but giving the king his very own royal boomstick. From there, each move is just like a game of normal chess, except your king can blow away pieces that draw too near. It releases on Steam very soon on the 12th of May and has a free demo available on Steam and itch.io. Fans of old-school DOS games will find a lot to love in Pierre van der Menen's Tinyfolks. You can practically hear the whirring of a floppy disk drive as you lead tiny pixelated townsfolk on their journey to defeat the sorcerer oppressing them. Of course, gameplay has advanced considerably since those days, and Tinyfolks allows all the upgrades, item crafting, classes and strategy that you expect from a modern indie RPG. Packing additional depth into a retro gaming experience is always fun, and Tinyfolks promises to lend plenty of charm to the endeavor. The game releases on the 1st of June, so it won't be long before gamers can try it for themselves on Steam. Colorful pixel graphics make the dangers of the Deadzoned burst from the screen in the sci-fi dungeon crawler. Developer Anthony Case has created a perilous world of mutants, cultists and psychics to explore. A demo is available to try right now while we eagerly await the full release later this year on Steam. Lunaris Iris Before the Last Hour inserts Slay the Spire style gameplay into a unique post-apocalyptic world. In the final hour before the end of all things, time ceases to flow and an affliction called Oblivion begins to erode the minds of the survivors. As a lone adventurer, you'll wander the remains of the world in search of answers. Before the Last Hour boasts a traditional 2D animation, making its visual a grim delight. Of all the games entering early access this May, this is the one to play if you're looking for familiar gameplay in a setting that's different from anything else you've seen. Before the Last Hour's early access run begins on the 13th of May on Steam. This episode ends here. Let me know what you think about these 10 indie games in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel and consider supporting us through all our pages. And don't forget to visit turnbasedlovers.com. Wish you the best. Ciao!